Hey everyone, welcome back to Visionaries on the Rise. I have Yani here. She is a marketing director, professional photographer, and she is the CEO of not one business but two businesses called Lioness Visual and Amaya Images. Yay! Thank you, Yani, for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about your background and how you got into photography. Or actually, you got into all your professional businesses.
So my background, I'm originally from Texas. My photography adventure kind of started in Texas. As a kid, I was always interested in art. My uncle had a camera that I kind of just picked up whenever he would put it down, and that's kind of where my love for holding a camera in my hand started. And I would get a whole bunch of pictures of my family, and they started to tell me that I had like really good eye and that I should, my uncle was the one that kind of pushed me to pursue it more. So when I got to college and I made more friends that were, you know, into the arts as well and like to do things for themselves, I would take pictures of them and they would kind of like post it on social media, and that's kind of how I started working with models. And when I moved to California, then I started working with families and doing more portrait work.
Nice, that's awesome. Okay, so what would you say is the best part of your job?
The best part of, I guess, all my jobs, because I kind of just touched into the photography.
Yeah, she does a lot.
So with the photography, I do a lot of marketing, help a lot of small businesses portray their product, whatever it is they're trying to brand, in a more professional manner and expose them to a bigger audience, you know?
Okay.
So I do that with the marketing, and that entails my photography. And then I started to dip into the cannabis community, and I started taking pictures of cannabis. And I have so many pictures of cannabis that I had to do something with them, and I wanted to kind of like start a home decor. So I started a home decor business, and I kind of print cannabis images on towels, blankets, pillows,
cute
hoodies.
Nice.
Pretty much anything.
Alright, so where can we find all your new products that are coming out?
For the home decor, it is Better Homes with Cannabis, and that is all on lionessvisuals.com.
So you're very good at finding beautiful locations and making a not so pretty scenery look very good. So how do you go about doing that?
It is all about perspective and angles.
Okay.
I think you can make any area look amazing,
magical,
and pristine, and magical, majestic. You know, just make sure that you're looking out for the smaller picture within the bigger picture, because you're kind of capturing a moment. So you have to, you know, take a step back, look at your surroundings, and just play around with the area, move around. Angles are about, you know, every different side. Okay. You got to look at it from every, and that goes with everything in life. You got to look at it from all angles and then figure out which way you want to come at it.
Very true. Piggybacking on this next question, if you're working with a shy person, how do you get them to come out of their shell when you're shooting with them? Because I know some people be shy.
Yeah, definitely. And it is hard, especially when it's just one person in front of the camera and you don't have other people to work with to kind of vibe off of. You have to create that vibe. So you have to create that energy for them. And it's all about, you know, just, I'm a huge talker. I love to talk. So I will get to know you and see, you know, the things that you kind of like and the things that, you know, will make you laugh. I'll kind of like do testers here and there, and then it's all just talk to them, because candid moments are all about them being in the moment and interacting. So if I am telling them a joke and they're laughing and I snap that shot, that's a genuine reaction to my joke. Whether it was cheesy, whether it was not that funny and she was just pretending to laugh. The moment was still captured.
I've actually worked with Yani. She's actually the first photographer. No offense to the people I work with. The first photographer that actually made me feel very comfortable, you know. And she actually really did make me laugh so much. Like,
it's all.
She's so great to work with.
Feeding that energy.
You gotta work with her because she's so fun. Like, just her personality is very different. Like, I love your personality. Was there a specific like piece or picture that stood out to you that influenced you to start photography?
I've never really had a picture drastically stick out to me. I just always loved art, always been attracted to people who have that eye for anything visionary, like whether you draw, you paint, you sculpt, like, and I did a lot of art classes too as a kid too. I took ceramics, I did a lot of paintings, I worked with pastels a lot, so I've just always been intrigued with people. Anything that you can do with your hands or like your mind, like it just amazes me, because science is a whole art on its own too. You know, like mechanical engineering, there are museums that have like sculptures with like gears and people pay thousands of dollars for that, and
they do.
It's all about perspective.
Came into your imagination and just built it up and right in front of you. Okay, so your pictures are bombs.
Thank you.
To say the least. What is your favorite lens to work with?
My favorite lens to work with, well, I actually have my camera right here. My favorite lens to work with is my first lens that came with your camera.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's something that
you buy it separate.
Yeah, you buy it separate, and so it's actually not the one attached to my camera right now.
She's stylish.
It is. Yeah. You gonna wear it? Wear it.
Wear it.
This one right here, my 35mm.
35?
Yeah, and it's not a zoom lens, so that means that I have to move forward and back to get, you know, if I want to get closer, I can't zoom in, I have to move closer.
Oh, I didn't even
know. If I want to get further back, I can't zoom out, I have to move further back.
See, tell
so
me
it's a prime lens.
I thought that each lens had a zoom with it, but
nope. This little thing looks like a zoom, but it's just a focus.
Okay.
So it's a focus on whether I want to focus on the object that's closer to my lens or I want to focus on the object further away.
Oh.
So it'll like switch out.
Okay. Which camera do you use?
I have a Nikon D7100, so honestly nothing super fancy. It's still a crop censored lens, which means that this isn't giving you the full picture that you see in your viewfinder. It's giving you a cropped version of it. With full frame cameras, you'll get to see exactly what's in your, like nothing will get cut off. So you'll have like the full frame within the range of the camera. So this is still crop sensor. When you go into crop sensor and full frame, you see the difference in the depth of field. I would say, like it's more crisp and clean, and like the background is more like fuzzy and beautiful and magical. You know, like.
I love how you talk about it. You just look like you just know everything. Love it though.
I don't know everything, but I do love it. I do love playing with the light and just like focus. My camera is nothing fancy, and this is only the second camera in the 5-6 years that I've been doing photography professionally.
Oh wow, okay. That's a long time. That's a good amount of time, girl. You're so young too.
Yeah, I'm 27. I'll be 28 this year.
Still a baby. Still a baby.
But it's like inching closer and closer to 30.
I know what you mean, girl. I know, but you're still a baby though.
Yeah.
You know, we still got
I still got time.
Yes, we still got so much.
But yes, this is my baby, and this is my baby's baby.
What is that?
Oh, it's just a backup battery.
Oh, okay.
for the battery in here.
Okay, cool. And where did you get this nice backpack that
Amazon
holds everything for you?
Amazon.
Okay,
Amazon. Sponsor me, Amazon.
Sponsor!
Yeah, I got this on Amazon.
It's very nice. Very compact. Holds everything together.
Yep. And it's awesome because I can put my tripod here too. This is for my tripod.
Oh wow.
So it literally does hold everything. Tripod stick goes in here, and then you wrap it.
Wow, look at that. And it just looks easy to hold. It's very light.
Backpack.
And even in your logo, right?
Yeah, it is in my logo.
In your logo,
my backpack is in my logo.
It's so cute. I love it. What advice would you give anybody who wants to step into photography?
Creatively, I would say no idea is a dumb idea. Roll with it, because at this point we got people going to Hobby Lobby and taking pictures, okay? So do what you gotta do to get that photo.
For real, yeah. See it in your mind.
Just go do it. And don't doubt yourself. And if it's not something that people are doing right now, trust me, one day you're gonna be scrolling through Pinterest and you'll be like, what? I wanted to do that. You should have done it. Just do it. Just do it. Because you might be starting your own trend. You never know. Business-wise, contracts. Contracts save your life. they're a hassle, yes, but it's so easy for you to just do your own research and create your own contract, because at the end of the day, if a client comes back to you with something that's on your contract and they signed it, it's there as backup and they can't do anything about it. So
we got that in writing.
Contracts, that is like first and major thing. If you are going to start taking payment for your photography, make sure you have a contract that is signed.
So what did you do with your contracts? Like, how did you write up yours?
I researched and I got like a basic format online, and then I kind of tweaked it to what was my business and the business that I was giving to customers. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So you've been doing this for 5-6 years, you said? What are some struggles that you've experienced that you got past?
I would...
Life isn't easy. It's never just shoo. It's like, you know?
You're always going to have those clients that, you know, just don't like the way that they look or the way that the photo looks, and that is no reflection of your work. That is a reflection of, unfortunately, how they feel about themselves. And, you know, constructive criticism is what it is, you know? It should be constructive, and you should take it not with a grain of salt, but into consideration for future work and future clients. And I just say that because I had a client once that wore like a hot pink shirt once to her session. And she asked me to edit the color of her shirt for every photo. Mind you, this was a 2-hour family reunion session, and she wore a hot pink shirt. So girl, that ain't my fault. You wore that shirt. You left the house with that shirt.
Wait, hold on. So she chose to wear the hot pink shirt, and then she asked you.
She asked me. She wasn't even the one who paid for the session either. She was just like a, you know, someone that was in the family.
Was anyone else wearing pink?
No.
Was it a theme?
No, it wasn't themed. Everyone got to wear whatever they wanted.
And she chose hot pink.
And she chose hot pink with white pants. I understand. You want to look cute, and you look cute, trust me. But when you're taking photos and you're trying with the family, yeah, like the contrast in that. I'm sorry, but if you're watching this right now and you're considering hiring a photographer, always ask your photographer for opinions on color schemes, because your photographer knows what's gonna look best in front of your camera and in whatever scenery you're gonna be in. So if you're at the beach and you're wearing white pants with a hot pink shirt and you're light complected, do not ask me to edit your shirt because you walked out of the house like that. Okay. And I'm sorry.
I mean, but also that's a little inconsiderate. Like every single picture.
Every single picture, and that's why I was like, I will
over the top.
and at the end of the day, like, you do have to please your client. So I compromised. I was like, look, I'm not gonna go through 350 plus photos to edit every color of her shirt, but I will take into consideration her favorites and which ones she is gonna want, because if she's not gonna want all of them, then it's my view. So then I was like, yeah, I'll change the color of her shirt, and we went with navy blue because they were at the beach, so it matched the background.
We went with navy blue for the hot pink shirt.
We went with a light navy blue, like a light, like neutral, very nautical navy blue that looked amazing with her white pants.
I'm just crying that she wore hot pink.
So, but trust me, I yelled at my computer several times. I did not want to do it, but you know, you still have to please your client, and I feel like word of mouth is the biggest advertisement.
It is. It
so
really is.
I didn't charge them for the extra editing. I would have if I had to do 350 photos of it. That would have been exhausting. Like, I
don't know how one does that.
So
like,
exhausting.
Completely changes the color.
I mean, you just have to like snap the photo. You create like a layer on top of it, and I guess that goes into like the editing programs that you use. Just create a layer on top of that one, and then capture that specific color and switch it to be the color that you want, and then you like overlap your layers.
Oh, okay, so it does take time.
It just to do it for 300. Yeah, because in my mind, like, I don't even want to go into it, girl. My head is like, okay, you gotta import to Lightroom, And then from Lightroom, you gotta export to Photoshop. And you gotta edit what you gotta edit in Photoshop, and you gotta save it, and then it goes into Lightroom, and then you gotta export it from Lightroom. And I would have to do that for every...
It takes time.
It takes time.
No, it really takes time.
It takes time. And I'm sure someone
work.
listening to this right now is like, oh, there's a shortcut to that. Okay, well, I didn't know that shortcut at that time.
I'm
I
right.
was doing what I had to do.
Right.
But I guess my answer to the question would just be, you know, do what you have to do, but still be respectful and honorable to yourself and your time. Because, you know, spending hours in front of a computer takes a toll on you. And And I eventually hit a wall where I didn't even want to do photography anymore, because I was like, I am so tired of people telling me what they want in their photos and how they want their photos. I want to do my own photos. I want to do what I want to do, and I don't want to lose the love that I have with photography because people are nitpicking here and nitpicking there, and it's making me feel some type of way about my work. When it's not a reflection of my work, it's a reflection of them and what they don't like to see themselves.
Mm-hmm. So how did you get past that? Because you said you almost
I stopped taking clients. Straight up, I stopped taking clients. I took a break. I stopped taking clients, and that's when I started taking pictures of cannabis, because I was already a cannabis user, and so medicating with that and like just, you know, going to dispensaries and seeing the marketing that was out there for cannabis, I was like, I could do this. And that's how I ended up with all these cannabis pictures that I was like, I gotta do something with these.
Why not? I mean, they're nice.
Yeah,
really
and
great
so
photo.
they're on blankets and towels and my shower curtain. I'm sure you saw my shower curtain.
I saw the towel and the shower curtain.
It's like a cannabis home decor. I want to create like an environment, an energy, a feel in your home, and for you to be proud to say that, you know, yeah, I do medicate with cannabis. I do grow cannabis.
Yeah.
And I'm good at it too. So like, why not showcase it everywhere?
And what's crazy is that I haven't even seen products out there like that.
Yeah.
You know? So
and
it's like
every time
you're the first one that has this.
My dream is to walk into Hobby Lobby and see a whole little like pyramid. You know how they have all their little pyramid sections with all their like color schemes and the sunflowers and the cows? I want a whole little pyramid section of cannabis. My cannabis decor.
Your cannabis
on
decor?
plates.
Okay, she has a vision. Alright. And when we find that, you know, house, what is it called?
Little pyramid.
Pyramid. When we find the pyramid
Showcase.
section, we are gonna come back and watch, you know, make another video and be like, yeah, she made it. Her vision came to life, because it happens.
I just want
to have a vision, work for it, and it'll be there. I can't wait to see it. What editing programs do you use for your pictures? Because your pictures are fire. I just want to know. Maybe I want to learn.
I use Lightroom and Photoshop, and I think the biggest thing would be that to make sure when you're shooting with your camera that you're shooting on manual and you're shooting in RAW format. Because RAW format is going to allow you to have more capability to change your colors. So when it came to that hot pink shirt, if I had not been shooting in RAW format, it would have been super difficult for me to change the contrast of that color. Yeah.
How do you know you're in RAW format? Is it on the camera?
It is on the camera, girl. We're going to bring this baby out again.
I just want to know.
RAW format will be right here on your menu.
So how long did it take you to learn your camera? Because I know there's a whole book on just this one device right here.
There is a whole list of books, I feel like. My first camera was a little different than this. It was like a basic like DSLR, and that one didn't take me too long to learn. It took me maybe about like half a year or so, and then maybe like within a full year of having it, I like mastered it completely, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna grow any further with this camera. I need to change. I need to upgrade it to something better. So that's when I got this one.
So it takes time.
And I feel like this one, yeah, it does take time because you have to practice. It's not just about shooting it and seeing it in your screen. You also have to bring it onto your computer to see what the exposure looks like on a different screen on your phone, because those are different LED screens that you're looking at.
It does look different.
It looks different.
When
it's
I
very different.
It does look different. I'm like,
the color and color correction, like all of that stuff, you know, adds an effect to your image. And also like your ISO, then that's like just the amount of light that you're letting your lens capture when it's capturing that image. Like you have to play around with all that stuff, and you can't really see it. I mean, you can see it on the screen, but you can really see it on your computer when you start to edit on your program to see like, okay, I need to add a little bit more light. My ISO needs to be lower, or it needs to be higher, things like that. So that's when you start like messing around with your settings and stuff. But yes, raw format is on.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things in there that I don't.
Image quality.
Image quality.
So I switched it to manual. I shoot on manual, which means that I tell the camera what to do. If you're on automatic, the camera will do everything for you.
Oh.
I would say makes or breaks a photographer is, you know, learning your camera and making sure that you're getting like the right settings and the right capabilities for what you want to photograph. Because if you're photographing the sky, like you're gonna need a tripod and you're gonna need super low f-stop and everything so that you can capture all the light that's outside, which means that because you're outside at night and you're trying to capture the galaxy, and if you look with the naked eye, you see little dots, right? But when you see those pictures of those people that take galaxy pictures, you're like, oh my god, how did they get that?
No,
like,
that's what I think.
How did they get that? Because that's not even what I see.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how did they do that? And it's simply them putting their camera on a tripod and putting their camera on a long exposure shot, which means that the lens is going to stay open for a really long, it's going to move in slow-mo, which is why they need to have it on a tripod.
Okay.
So that it doesn't move.
Okay.
Because if you're holding it, then it's like you're shaking and you're not going to get the perfect like visual. It's a whole science, bro. This is science.
It's a lot. There's a whole book for each camera, and even like, for the camera I got for myself, I was like, this is all in here. Just a little camera. No, I really tried to read it.
Yeah.
And I got confused a little bit. But it's okay. At least I read
YouTube too. Like YouTube teaches you a lot about just YouTube your camera, and people on there will show you
for many things.
Yeah, it taught me what I'm telling you now. I learned on YouTube. So
you heard.
And you're watching this on YouTube now. So technically, you're learning on YouTube too. You see how that works?
It's a learning class.
Do you see how that works?
We teach, we learn. It's perfect.
It's a circle of life, guys.
It's a circle of life.
You give, you take, and you give back.
Yes. How did you get past the fear of starting?
I think you're constantly always going to have that self-doubt of like, man, I'm here, but I don't feel like I'm here. I don't feel like I've made it here.
Yeah.
Like, I think in life, we're just naturally programmed to always want more than what we have.
For sure.
And it's definitely just like, don't doubt yourself and just do what you got to do to be where you need to be for yourself. And I think one day I was just tired of like waking up, going my 8 to 5 and just like, you know, living that, like, I want to do something fun. I want to do what I want to do. And I kind of just like,
you were really passionate about.
I took a leap. It was great. It was awesome. And then we hit that wall where I was like, I am tired of people telling me how to take their pictures and, you know, what they don't like in their pictures and what they need me to change. And, you know, and so then I just kind of fell into a different, I didn't want to lose my love for photography. So I fell into a different category of photography.
Right.
So now I kind of get to create like cannabis art, and I get to create what I want to do, and sometimes myself, I even step in front of my camera and get to do self-portraits of me, and it's fun, and I still take clients here and there, and when I'm there, I miss it and I love it because I love to see, you know, family interactions. I love connections, and capturing those connections on camera is like a whole different feeling too, because you're providing someone a memory. You're providing someone a memory, and it's a good feeling, but it's also not a good feeling when people tell you that they don't like your work or they don't, you know, that self-doubt hurts a lot, and you're gonna wake up with it every single day. So know that it's always gonna be there, but you know, you gotta push past it and just do what you want to do, because you only have this one life, and you're only gonna be 27 for so long. Just do it. And you also won't know until you try. So
Exactly.
you got to try, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. You can always try something else. But you can't, be open to it. You can't say you can't do it without even doing it, without even trying to do it.
You can't fail.
Just try it out.
You don't try.
The worst that's gonna happen is exactly that you're gonna fail, and you technically already knew that going into it. So what are you really gonna lose?
The expert in anything was once a beginner, and they failed too. They had to learn how to be better with
every failure
every
is
bump,
a lesson learned.
Every failure, exactly. How did you deal with other people doubting you? Because there's some haters out there. There is.
There are.
Sad to say, shouldn't be like that.
Not haters.
We should love and support each other always. But
I agree. I think it would just kind of go back to just knowing who you are and what you're set out to do. And if they ain't paying your bills, you don't need their 2 cents. Okay? So leave it at the door.
What is one person or book, if you have books that you like, that really, influence your perception of how you see the world?
This is really weird, but I have a book called The Zen of Zombie.
The Zen of Zombie? Okay.
And it's a self-help book that kind of teaches you how to see the world from a zombie's perspective.
A zombie?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I used to go live on my Instagram and read like passages from it because they're really good. Like they're at the end of at the end of reading it, you're like, yeah, I should be more like a zombie, and just like if I want to go eat brains, I'm gonna go eat brains.
Okay, so that's what it's about. Just do you. Is that what it's about?
Yeah, pretty much. It gives you life lessons because there's like one chapter in the book that gives you a description of different types of zombies. Like you have those zombies that you can barely tell they're a zombie because they still have like their flesh and stuff. And then there's other zombies that are like completely decaying and like dead.
Okay.
And like, but they're all like lurkers in the shadows, and they're all still zombies out to get you. They just look different.
Okay.
And you have to like keep your eye out. Yeah, girl, it's a smart book.
Deep.
Zen of Zombie.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I'm reading it and I'm like, the zombies. And then all of a sudden, like, I get really into it and I'm like, damn, this is speaking to me right now.
Dude, after you just said that, at first I was like, I don't know.
I can go grab it and we can like go read a tip.
Let's read a tip.
Because
let's read a tip.
I'm telling you, it's good.
Okay, I'm excited. I haven't seen this book, but it be getting deep. It's pretty deep so far. Zen of Zombie.
The Zen of Zombie.
Okay.
And I guess I'll just read the back. That way you get like a better understanding of it. But it's The Zen of Zombie, Better Living Through the Undead. And the back of it says, reanimate yourself for success with advice on life, love, and work from the undead. Zombies aren't afraid of life, so why should you be? Start living your life the undead way through The Zen of Zombie. And then it says, be adaptable. Zombies make the best of any situation. Count your blessings. A brain in the hand is worth more behind the hastily improvised zombie barricades. What would zombies do? Slow down. Another delicious brain is just around the corner.
Wow.
It's
because everyone, but everyone just feels like they're in a rush.
Yeah.
To like complete things and they like psych themselves out, I feel like. Damn, this book is deep.
And it says, speak only when necessary. When zombies talk, people listen. That one. That one. Let me say it again. Speak only when necessary. When zombies talk, people listen. Zombies don't negotiate. Neither should you. Plus, a 90-day guide to complete zombification.
Did you read the guide?
Oh yeah, I read the guide.
She's like, I did the guide.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And like, it gives
so
you
interesting.
different tips. The first one is to be adaptable.
Interesting perspective.
Hold on, I'm trying to find
But
it.
I really like the slow down one.
Be adaptable.
And, well, that one too. And the be slow to speak, is that what you said?
Slow to speak, yeah.
Yeah, because you know you gotta listen
Look,
first.
here's your favorite. Slow down. You move too fast.
Slow down. You know you can't catch me. Dang. That's
So, yeah.
cute.
This is, and I'm like actually rereading it right now. So right
Yeah.
now I'm on habit 14.
Individualism.
Rugged individualism.
Got that, girl. Don't need to read about that one. Miss
But
Leo.
yes. That is my favorite book currently, or my favorite self-help book.
I like that. That's very
I have another one
interesting.
on mindfulness, just to like continue to be mindful, because that's something that I need to learn to continuously practice.
Me too. For sure. I feel like everybody should practice like mindfulness. for sure.
Mindfulness, yes.
We'd all be happy. You know, just being aware.
And that goes back to speak when necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Be mindful.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm at my last question. Yani. So what are 3 pieces of wisdom or advice that you could give to our viewers before we go? Throughout your whole life.
3 pieces of wisdom and advice.
Your favorite 3 that you care about.
Okay.
Because everyone's different. That's why I love this question. I love to hear different perspectives.
I'm a goofy person.
We love goofy people.
I would definitely have to say always listen. You know, be open to communication and listening. Number 2 would definitely be patient. Be patient because, yeah, it is true what they say, good things come to those who wait. Throughout you being patient, don't get bitter. That's another
That's a
thing.
good one.
And then 3, always have dessert. Always. Because
Always have dessert?
you never know when your last chocolate cake is gonna be.
Which dessert are we talking about? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, always have dessert. You heard her.
I mean, yeah, afternoon delight, you know what I'm saying? Always have dessert. Enjoy the little things. That's what that means. Always have dessert is just enjoy the little things. Enjoy what life brings you and have it in that moment, because you don't know when you'll have it again.
I like that. Like, be in the moment. And just appreciate every moment, right?
Yes.
Even if you're at like a stoplight or whatever. Just appreciate the silence.
Take it all in.
The stoplight hate people. Alright, well, thank you so much, Yani, for being
Thank you
here.
for having
on
me.
Visionaries on the Rise. So happy you're here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Alright, thank you for watching, you guys. Of course, if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe for more videos. See you next time.